Hi, my name is Bryant Monroy. I go by Nico. I'm here at the Virginia Youth Symposium. I'm going to be transferred to VCU this fall, and I'm going to be studying education.
And why are you here?
That's a good question. I'm here because I want to make a difference. I came as a student 2 years ago at the '08 HYS, and I didn't know what to expect. Those 4 days literally changed my life, and it's still affecting me today. I'm still feeling it. I still keep in contact with a lot of my family members, a lot of the other students that I just met that weren't even in my familia, my RA as well. Um, and before that, I wasn't the best student, and it really helped me. What it did, it guided me to a door that I didn't know existed. Um, and what I found out afterwards was that even though you guys it guided me to it, I had to still open it, and I'm still, I'm getting there. So I'm definitely on the right path, and I feel like I'm in a perfect example of what HYS can do for a student like me and many others. After that, it was my senior year, and I really, struggled, and I pushed myself and hustled to get my grades and my final GPA up. Um, and I believe I wouldn't have done that if it were not for HYS the summer before. Um, the other thing, I won a scholarship for that summer in the talent competition. I won third place, but the energy and the feeling of that whole experience, I left feeling like I still won first place. It was an amazing experience. And even the contestants that won second and third place, we all looked at each other as all equals. Like we didn't have that title first, second, or third. To us, it was just we all had all won something, and we had all gone through the same experience, and it was amazing. Um, and to go home, to share that with my family. I came home, and at the first thing I did, my aunt lives down the street from where I live, so her house was before, and I just ran into the house. I just flashed in front of everyone, scholarship, scholarship. And I ran to tell my parents and my brother. I have a little brother, and to show him that, to show my parents that, they were really proud. My entire family, they were excited. Um, no one had ever won something like that, something so prestigious, and it made me really appreciate my family and my parents. They had always told me their story, the struggles they went through, what they had to go through to get where they are right now. Everything they had to do for me and my brothers, including all my aunts, and my cousins, things they did for them. Um, and it just really made me appreciate them a lot. What my mom went through it's truly an amazing story. She didn't have her dad for, she still doesn't even know him. She doesn't know if he's still alive or not. And then when she was 4 years old, my grandma got the opportunity to leave the country. And so she took that opportunity, and she left my mom and my aunt, who was younger than my mom, to stay with the remaining family she had there. But my grandmother left in good spirit. She went, and she left for years, but she raised money so that she could come back one day and get them and bring them to the United States. And that's exactly what she did, but it took her until my mom was 18. And so she came back from my mom and my aunt, and she came here. She had me when she was 21. She was very young, and still 4 years later, she had my baby, my little brother. And all this, she had a part-time job. She barely knew English. She'd only been in the States for like 5 years at this point. Same with my dad. And she was having a part-time job. She had me and my brother, and she was also taking night classes at community college. Um, and after a while, she finally, got enough credits. She was able to transfer to George Mason University. That's when she went full-time, and that's when she graduated with a Bachelor in Science and nursing. Yes. So now she's a registered nurse working at Fairfax Hospital, and that was in '04. I was in 8th grade. And I didn't really truly understand the importance of what my mom had just accomplished at the time. But HYS, everything that I'd gone through, I came back home and I looked at that story and what she had gone through. It's truly amazing, and it made me realize that I have the best resources here in the United States, and HYS helped me realize that. And I have no excuses, and I believe that none of us here do either. If my mom can do it, and if my dad can do it, then I don't see why I can't. there should be no reason why anyone should not be able to go to college, graduate, get your master's, get your PhD. There should be no reason at all. There should only be success. So that's how I feel, and that's basically my story. That's really why I'm here, to make a difference now, because the HYS changed my life, and I really feel like I need to pass the wisdom on to help guide these other young gentlemen to the door that I was guided to myself.
That's great. We really appreciate you coming back. You came back this year to the symposium as an RA, or a resident assistant, and you have a familia of boys. Tell us what it's like to come back as an RA.
It's definitely a different experience, but it's still very overwhelming. It's definitely a different perspective, obviously, but I see myself in them. When I came, and when I met them, I see myself. I was that kid. I was that that shy kid that didn't really speak to people. He didn't think too much of himself. So I see that, and I'm pushing these guys, and I'm struggling to get them to participate in these activities, and they're doing it. And we've definitely bonded over it's only been 2 days, but it's definitely been amazing 2 days. And I really do feel like I've always been the most responsible, basically, labeled in my family, because I'm the oldest. So I have I'm the oldest, and everyone's younger than me. I have 2 little brothers. All my little cousins are younger than me. So I've always been told to set the best example. So I've already had a little bit of experience with that, and so now I'm kind of using that family experience and what I learned from the HYS that I came to, and instilling it in these boys, because it's just a beautiful thing.
If you could tell other people, other students out there, any advice or words of wisdom, what would you say?
Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Like I was saying before, there should be no reason why any of us can't be successful. No reason at all. My mom went through a lot of struggles. I didn't touch every detail, but there have even been worse stories than what my mom has gone through, and they've still done it. I've heard some recently for the past 2 days, some pretty, amazing stories where people have come from, down here from nothing to having it all up here. And if they can do it, if they can come from almost nothing to everything, then we have the best resources. Our parents came here to give us this. This is what they were trying to give us. This is what they couldn't live, so we have to live it for them. We have to do it for them and for our future generations as well. Not just family future generations, but everyone as well. So definitely, you have to succeed. There are no excuses. Just never give up. If you're really dedicated, you have that desire and that hustle, you can never give up. Never.
Great. And you said you got into VCU and you're going to be studying education. What are your goals?
So yeah, I definitely want to be a teacher. I believe HYS also has something to do with that. For a while, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then I had thought about teaching for a while, because I'd always played that, the responsible role of setting the best example. And I've taught my little brothers a lot, even though one is only still a baby, the other one's in high school now. So I've always been teaching since I was very little, how to do things, what not to do, what to do. So I definitely want to take the principles that HYS has been giving me and showing me, and once I do become a teacher, I definitely want to instill that in the students that I will be teaching, regardless of their race, their origin, their culture. I feel like all the young students, all the young people, future generations, need this kind of push. Not just Latinos, but everyone as well. So I definitely want to achieve that. I definitely want to continue making differences in people's lives. I don't want to just do this right now for the summer, just for this couple of days. I want to continue. I'm definitely pushing my little brother to do this. He will be coming here next year. And I've been telling all of his friends, I don't even know some of them, and I just pulled them aside and said, hey, you got to come to HYS. You have to. I've seen the direction that some of these young men are going into, and I see that they're blinded. They're not going into the right direction. So HYS definitely helped me find the right path, and I believe that they too can find the right path as well. And I definitely want to continue doing that through education and as a teacher.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the Hispanic College Fund, we congratulate you on all of your achievements and wish you the best in your college and career goals. And thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.